going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how to play the game of life so that you can manifest everything you want really fast, super quick, super awesome. Okay, the things that I'm going to be sharing with you today are going to be, I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible because it is a little bit mind-blowing, but your desired reality into the now, okay, instead of something that you are trying to obtain in the future. This is where you're going to bring it all in now, okay? So if you are watching me live, then say hello, please, in the comments, drop comments. If you are watching on the replay, please give me a heart and let me know that you're watching this on the replay so that I can come and say hello to you after this as well. So first of all, I'm just going to share this into my group, my new group of awesome ladies. 1 second. Okay. Computer's being slow. Internet's being crap, I think. Okay, there I am. Let me just share this. Okay. Alright. You ready to learn some awesome epic shit? Because that's what you're gonna. Okay. Okay, brilliant. Okay, I'm just going to press play so I can look at the comments on here as well. All right. So let's talk about, law of attraction. Now, most people, one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making with the law of attraction and trying to manifest their reality is the fact that they are still in the belief that they have to create their desired reality. Okay, we've heard it before. I say it all the time as well. It's just a habit that I say it. There's a fly. It's just a habit that I say it and stuff like that. But we've been kind of conditioned to believe that we have to create our own reality. And when you think about creating something, this instills the energy of that we have to work, we have to do all these things, we have to make all these changes, and that creating a new reality for ourselves has a lot of energy in it that isn't particularly powerful, because trying to create something that we really want is it can be overwhelming and overpowering and stuff like that. When in reality, we don't have to create anything, okay? Our preferred reality already exists, okay? Now, I'm talking about parallel universe, parallel realities, okay? Now, scientists have been looking at this for many years and stuff like that, and there are infinite number of existing realities, okay? There is an infinite number of realities, which means there is an infinite number of us living and doing what we're doing right now, okay? We are existing in many different infinite realities and things like that, and each one will be slightly different, okay? So for me now, I'm here on this reality and I'm experiencing this now, okay? And I live in this house and I have 3 children and I have several businesses, etc. And this is my current reality. But over here, there is another reality playing out. Think of it like a roll of movie tape, okay? A roll of movie tape. There is another one right here where I exist as well, but there'll be slight differences. So maybe I have 1 less children, or I'm making more money, or I'm not making as much money, or something else is different. And then there'll be one next to that. And the closer they are, the slighter the differences are in reality are, okay? There's slightly different realities. And the further you go from these timelines or these realities are the bigger changes. So your ideal reality, your preferred reality, where it is you really want to be, whether that be living in your dream house, driving your dream car, having your dream business, having all the money that you could ever want and living this abundant, that reality already exists, okay? And it's already playing out. That movie, that game of life is already playing out, okay? So you don't have to create anything. There's nothing for you to work towards to create this thing and trying to bring it all in. You don't have to do that. Drop that shit. You don't need to do that, okay? Your ideal reality already exists. What you need to do, what you have to do to make that reality yours now is shift timelines. Shift timelines. Shift timelines, okay? That's all you need to do. Now, when people first hear this, they're a bit like, you've been watching too many sci-fi movies, or you've been taking some of those magic mushroom things or whatever. But no, this is, scientists have proven that, have done so many studies on this and stuff like that. But let's keep it super simple and not so like sciencey. Think of it as like a game of life or a movie or whatever it is, okay? And right now you are playing the lead role of your own movie, okay? And this is the reality now. What you basically want to do is you want to be shifting to a different story, a different game, whatever, where you have everything that you want to do. So what you need to do is, first of all, you need to get very clear on what character it is you're playing in your life right now, okay? So we're all playing this game of life. We're all on this kind of like movie strip type thing, and we're playing the lead role in our lives, all right? And from what we've experienced right up until this very moment in time, through childhood, through social conditioning, through all that kind of stuff, it is that is all playing a part of who we are becoming as the character of our life, okay? So, all of our beliefs, all of our thoughts and our feelings and everything like that, that all plays a part. Now, if we don't like where we are right now and we want to shift somewhere else, then we need to become the character that we are. We need to become a different character, okay? And we need to start to embrace that character of the movie of our life or the game of our life or anything like that. And it's really important to try, like, the most powerful thing you can do when it comes to manifestation and law of attraction is to use your imagination and to have fun, okay? This should all be fun. It should be like a really fun and awesome experience for all of us, all right? But we get so bogged down in being adult and like living these adult lives and having to deal with all this adult shit that it just gets so much that we forget how to imagine. We forget how to embrace our inner child, and we forget how to make these things come true. Now, you've only got to look at a kid, right? Kids are awesome manifestors, right? They are awesome, and they are constantly shifting realities, okay? They can do it in an instant, okay? Now, you've only got to watch them play, okay? 1 minute they're a princess. When I watch my kids playing, 1 minute one of them's a princess and the other one's a noble steed, and then in the next instance there's someone, and they are shifting realities. To them, they are playing this out in their head and they are creating that reality for themselves. At that moment in time, they are really are, they are that princess or the noble steed or the dragon slayer or whatever it is, okay? And what we need to do as adults to be able to shift and make our realities come true is to embrace that inner child, embrace our imagination, and literally become the person we want to be, okay? But to be able to do that, we have to first look at who we are right now, okay? Now, there will be areas of us that we like, that we don't like, that we think are good, that we think are bad, whatever. What we need to do, the very first thing, is to do that deep inner work and look at who we are right now. So look at all this shit that's happened. Look at all the crap that drives you mad. Look at all the how you think negatively about certain things or certain people or whatever. And really put yourself under the microscope, right? Really let the good, the bad, the ugly come up. And I'm not just talking about the negative. I'm talking about the good stuff as well, about how you're kind-hearted, how you are beautiful to people, how you are caring, how you are loving, everything. You need to draw a real clear picture of the character you are playing right now. Okay, because you can't decide what you want to become or who you want to become if you don't know who you are right now, okay? So you need to get really clear on that, the good, the bad, the ugly, and all that kind of shit next, right? And once you are clear on this, I like to do this in my journaling sessions. I like to write it all down and stuff like that. I don't do it, it's not something that you have to do every single day, okay? This is something that you do, it's just an exercise you can do when you're ready to shift to the next reality or timeline or whatever it is you want to call it. Okay, so you just sit down, you write everything that you know about yourself, okay, and really let yourself be vulnerable and raw with this, and don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up about, oh fucking hell, you know, I'm really shit at this, or why do I act that way, or why do I have these crappy beliefs that are holding me back. Don't judge yourself, okay, just let it all out, because once you have it written on paper or anything like that, I like to write it down so that I have something visual there to look at and to read back over. Once you have it all written down and stuff like that, then you have the power to actually decide what it is that you're going to leave behind. What parts is it that you do no longer want? You don't want that shit in your new reality, and the stuff that you do want to take, because there will be areas of you, the character, the main character, that you want to embrace, that you want to keep, and that you want to take on to the next timeline. So that is the first thing you need to do, is to really understand the character that you're playing in your life right now. Now, it's really important to understand that the law of attraction doesn't respond to what you want or what you don't want. It responds to who you are. It responds to you being. Okay? So who it is you are, the character that you're playing right now, is what law of attraction is responding to. Okay, so every time you freak out because there's a bill that's just landed on your doorstep, the law of attraction is going to respond to that being of you. Okay, it's going to respond to the fact that you freak out, that you feel scared, that you feel in lack, that you feel, you know, scarcity and everything like that. It's going to respond, and it's going to give you more, because that is the movie or the game that you have decided you're playing out. Okay. And it's important to understand this. So when I say you have to change your being, you have to think about your future self and who it is you want to become. Because manifesting anything, whether it be your dream house or money or your job or a car or whatever it is, it's not you in your current state that you imagine having those things, is it? It's a future version of yourself. It is a better version of yourself, a new and improved version of you, okay? Because you know, when you sit and think about you having all these wonderful manifestations, you know, being abundant and having your dream car, and, you know, you're driving along and stuff like that, you're a different person. Just for a moment, just for a second, just think about you having those manifestations that you want, and think about the person that you see having those, who you are. It's not who you currently are, is it? You have different beliefs. You have different feelings. You are more confident, more self-assured. You maybe even more spiritually enlightened, and you embrace life more positive and everything like that. Whereas at the moment, you're stuck on this, in this character. And you need to make that shift, okay? So it's the next part of it. Once you've discovered the character that you're playing right now, it's time to discover what character it is you want to be playing, okay? So I do this with my business clients as well, with my business mentoring. And I get them to do a visualization where they visualize their ideal future self, okay? And they see it all. They see where they're living, they see the car they're driving, they see their bank balance, how they're making money, how much they're making, and also embracing the feelings, what feelings they feel, you know, what emotions, what do they see, what do they hear, what do they, you know, feel as in touching, what do they smell, and to bring this visualization all to life. But also the actions that they're taking. What is it that they do every day? You know, how are they showing up? How are they reacting to certain situations? So when a bill falls on their carpet or on their doorstep and things like that, how are they reacting to that? So, you know, if you were living in an abundant state, you know, a phone bill rocking up on your doorstep isn't going to freak you out like it might do right now. Okay, you're going to react to it in a very different way. You're going to react to it in a very positive way, in a very nonchalant kind of way. It's just like, it's a bill, it's all right. Stick it up there, I'll deal with it later, or, you know, I'll pay it later, etc. And this is the future self, okay? So you need to really, this is where your imagination comes in, okay? And this is where you allow that inner child to play, okay? Bring that to life and be like, okay, this is how I'd be, this is how I'd feel, this is how I'd dress, okay? Because the future self, I'm pretty sure that you look quite differently to your future self as well. you know, maybe your hair's different, maybe you've lost weight or put on a bit of weight, maybe your body looks different, maybe you dress completely different. Bring all this shit to life, okay? Bring it all to life in your imagination, okay? And again, write it all down, okay? Writing, the actual physical thing of writing, is extremely powerful. I think it's one of the most powerful tools that we can use. So bring it to life, okay? And now what you've got two completely different characters. You've got your current character who you're trying to move away from, or at least some of it, and you have your ideal character, your future character, which already exists, by the way, remember, on that parallel universe, on that other timeline, in that other movie strip, okay? This ideal character, once you've brought it up in here, it already exists, okay? So how do you go from the person you don't want to be to the person you do want to be, okay? And shift to that timeline. It's very simple, okay? There's no hocus pocus, there's no bullshit, there's no whatever. You do. That's it. You do and you be, okay? This person that you've created, this future self that you see yourself as, you start to embrace that person, okay? This is why it's important for you to get a really clear picture of who this is, how she acts, how she feels, how she deals with shitty situations, how she deals with amazing situations, and you start to embrace that person now, okay? So throughout the day, see, I do this all the time. It's almost like ingrained in me now. It's almost it's just natural for me to do this. But if something happens, and I'm sort of a little bit taken back by it, I always say, what would future Lisa do? What would future, because there's always a future Lisa. Even when you've created a reality that you really love, there's always the next step, isn't there? So I always ask, what would future Lisa do? And I would go into myself, I would get that inner child to start playing, pretending, imagining, and then I do. Okay, so whatever it is, say for instance, I have a huge, great big tax bill and I'm like, holy shit, that's a little bit more than I was hoping for, or something like that. Then I'd say, right, how would future Lisa deal with this? Well, future Lisa, who has, you know, amazing abundance and has everything she could ever dream of, she's super, super confident, wouldn't fucking freak out. She would just deal with it. Just be like, okay, this is okay, I can deal with that. And you start to do and be that person now. Once you start to do and be, you instantly, your body will literally shift, okay? Your body and your mind will literally shift to the reality that you choose. Once you shift to the reality that you choose, that is when you have manifested all of your desires. There's nothing for you to create. There is nothing for you to be like, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. All you need to do is know who you want to be and start being that person now. Right, I can see a couple of comments, so I'm just gonna... Hello, Alicia, how are you, sweetie? Okay, so yeah, that's basically, you know, you need to understand that we are just playing a game, or we're in I like the analogy of being in a movie and we are playing the lead role, because to me, playing, you know, being in a movie, I always wanted to be an actress when I was younger. So the fact that I get to choose my own character every single day, it doesn't matter. I can wake up one morning and I can just be like, do you know what? Today I'm going to be this sassy little bitch, or today I'm going to be very chilled, very spiritual and get on my yoga shizness, you know, type of thing. I get to choose every single day what movie plays out in front of me, and so do you. And this is how we create our own realities. But we really need to understand who we are right now and the movie that we're playing in right now, what it is we want to keep for here, what it is that we want to leave behind. And to do that, this is where the inner work comes in, and this is where you have to do what they call the shadow work, which is where you look at even your shitty stuff, you know, the stuff that you really wish you know, you try and hide from, you know, oh, I don't gossip about other people, or I'm not bitchy, or oh, I don't do this, I don't do that. It's time to face all that shit, write it all down, accept it. You don't have to, you know, beat yourself up about it or anything like that. Like, no, don't do that. But just accept it. Just go, okay, this is the character that I've been playing out for so long. That's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. And then you're in a better stance, a better position to be able to go, okay, well, that's who I am right now. Who do I want to be? How much of this do I want to take over to the next timeline? What is it that I want to leave behind? Okay, and then you design this future self for yourself, and that is when you start to shift. Okay, a lot of people, obviously, things like your belief systems about certain things and everything that's all up in your head, your thoughts, your feelings and stuff like that. These are usually the first thing that people shift, okay, because we all know what you think about, you attract and stuff like that with the law of attraction. So people start working on their mindset and their belief systems and everything, and start to rework all of that. Yet they're still stuck. They're still stuck in this reality that they don't particularly like. And that's because they may have shifted their mind and their thoughts and their beliefs and everything to a preferred reality, but they haven't actually physically shifted their body to this timeline, that timeline, or reality, or whatever, or movie, whatever it is you want to call it, okay? They haven't moved their physical body. And the only way to move your physical body to the reality that you wish for and that you desire is to do and to be. Nothing is going to change unless you start acting and being the person that you wish to be. You are not going to become abundant if you're still freaking out about a phone bill. You are not going to get your dream house if you hate where you are living right now. Okay? Or that you are not going to move into a nice, clean, crisp house if you are never tidy and your house is all chaotic and stuff like that, because you're still living in this chaotic kind of person. You have to be and do the reality the person that you want to bring into your reality. Yes, now we'll ask what would the future Alicia do. Yeah, that is almost every day whenever I'm faced with anything, even the good stuff, because sometimes I've always had a very crappy habit of downplaying the good shit that happens in my life. So something awesome will happen and everybody's just like, oh my god, this is so awesome. I'm like, it's alright. And I downplay it, and I know exactly where that's come from. That's from a fear of rejection or something like that, because I can remember getting excited about certain things as a child and then they fall to pieces or something goes wrong or whatever. So when something goes right for me, I always used to be in the habit of going, oh yeah, it's alright, and not living up to it, Whereas now I always say, what would future Lisa do? Be like, well, this is how she would act with that. She'd be ecstatic, she'd be over the moon, she'd be celebrating, she'd be drinking champagne, she'd be going out and she'd be buying some new shoes and all that kind of shizness. So that is what I do, okay? You have to embrace that future you. So another thing that I do with my other clients is, when you're thinking about things like living a rich bitch life, okay, living that rich, abundant life, you need to start embracing parts of being what would be a rich bitch to you, okay? So if you think, okay, being a rich bitch and living an abundant life would be wearing some nice designer shoes, or having a designer handbag, or going for champagne lunches or stuff like that. You need to start embracing those now. And a common thing that I always get is, well, that would be nice, but I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the money to buy designer shoes or go and drink champagne in the afternoon or anything like that. You don't have to actually go out and, spend loads of money on shoes when you don't have it, but you can certainly surround yourself with that kind of stuff. So going to visiting a designer shoe shop and just having a look around, embracing the atmosphere, trying some shoes on to allow it. And while you're doing this, go into child mode and go into the pretending mode. One thing that I always used to do was I used to love Sex and the City and Carrie Bradshaw. Absolutely loved it. Even though I'm not into like fashion or designer labels or anything like that, it's just, to me, I don't particularly like that, but I like the idea of it. I like the idea of, it's kind of princessy type thing. And I loved Sex in the City and stuff like that. So I used to quite often go to like a shoe shop and a designer shoe shop and stuff like that, and just sit and try shoes on and clothes on, and you know, just do that kind of thing, just to embrace the atmosphere and start being and living and doing the things that my future self would just do naturally, would just do normally. Okay, and this is what we need to do. You need to embrace that future you. Once you can do this, once you start actually being, because nothing is going to change until your actions change. It can all change up here and you can be all like, oh yeah, look at all this new stuff that I've learned and isn't it wonderful and blah, blah, blah. But unless you are putting it into action and you are actually changing your behavior, the things you say, do, think, believe, feel, nothing is going to change. You're going to stay on this timeline. You're going to stay in this reality instead of shifting to the reality that you want. Okay? Whew. Okay, so that was pretty good for the first live stream, don't you think? Now, if you are struggling with this, if you are struggling to change your thoughts, your behaviors, your habits, and everything like that towards something that you really want, then get on my 3-week course, the Attraction Mantra Secrets, because this is going to help you to nail all that. It's going to help you to rewire your thoughts, your habits, and everything like that, the actions that you take every day, so that you can move to your future self. If you want more information on the Attraction Mantra Secrets, my internet has been well funky today. Needs to stop. Maybe my service provider is changing realities. There we go. Okay, Attraction Mantra Secrets. That's my 3-week course, okay? And this is going to help for you to take the actions that you need, the daily actions that you need to transfer yourself to the reality and the future you that you want, okay? So if you're stuck in bad habits, any day, you know, crappy bad habits that you're doing, if your inner thoughts are playing against you and stuff like that, if you know, whatever, you're not following your life's purpose, we're going to cover a whole lot of stuff in this course, this 3-week course. So go and jump on and have a look now. Marina says, how are you? I'm very well, darling. How are you? I hope you are well. Yeah, we're just talking about shifting realities, shifting timelines and stuff like that. So if you've just come on, then watch the replay. Now, again, if you are watching the replay, hello, future yous. Okay, hello, future yous. If you are watching the replay, please give us a love heart, because I do like to give you a shout out and come and say hello afterwards as well. So yeah, so if you have any questions or anything like that right now, then I'm happy to give you answer some questions before I go. What time of day is it? Yeah, I've still got some time. So if you have any questions at all, then do let me know. Let me see if there's anything in my group. 1 second. And if you love this video, by the way, please do share it. Please share it with you know, your friends and family and tribe or whatever, if you like this. But yeah, like I said, the key to understand with the law of attraction and manifesting what you want, you don't have to create anything. Everything is already created. Your ideal self, your ideal life, your ideal bank account, your ideal rich bitch lifestyle, it already exists, okay? In either here, like I said, remember the movie strips, okay? It already exists. You don't have to create anything. All you need to do is know who you want to be in your future self, and start acting and being and doing that person right now, and then you will shift your body to that timeline. You will literally and you can do it in an instant, okay? It might take the first couple of times that you do this, it might take you a few weeks of daily actions and stuff like that, you know, because you have to get into the routine of thinking and acting and being this future you. Another good tip, if you are forgetting to actually embrace that future you can even set an alarm on your phone, you know, to go off a few times with a little reminder that says, what would your future you be doing right now? Or are you checking in with yourself? Are you thinking, feeling, being, doing that future you? Just to kind of remind yourself to get into the habit of being that person, all right? So if there's no questions or anything like that, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching my very first live stream on The Rich Bitch. I've been meaning to do it for ages, but I wanted to wait till the kids went back to school so that I had some peace and quiet and stuff like that. So thank you, ladies, and I will see you all soon. And again, if you want help with switching your realities and getting that future you unlocked and unleashed, get and click on the Attraction Mantra Secrets thing. I'm going to pin it now. Yeah, get into that course. If you get in it now, you also get over 70% discount as well. And the price is going to be going up in the next couple of days. So be really quick with that. You've got kids keeping you busy as well. Yeah, okay. Brilliant. Okay, yeah, just catch the replay, sweetie. And I will see you all soon. And have a wonderful and blessed Rich Bitch day.